So, I want to dive into this case here that's coming up for trial this month. The name of the defendant is Susan Lorenz. Spelled kind of funny, but it's Lorenz. The name of the victim is A.J. Owens. Lorenz is 59 years old now. I think she was 58 at the time of this occurrence. What I'm going to show you here now is the original body cam footage of the night of the incident, which was in June of 2023. There's been many pieces in here that were muted because there was children talking, or there could have been, information given out that shouldn't be given out to the public, whatnot. There's also going to be some blurring because, again, this whole incident surrounded children. And we have a woman who's lost her life, A.J. Owens. We have a woman, Susan Lorenz, who had made several complaints to the police about children screaming, yelling. She can't get her work done. These people are walking their dogs in front of my home. They shouldn't be able to do that. The woman lives in a freaking condominium association. At first, I thought it was a rental property, but it's a condominium association. Look, common area on the outside of her fence there on her back porch. Anybody can walk around as long as they live there. It's just part of Florida bylaws. I talk a little bit later on about how the bylaw thing works, but honestly, let's just look at this from where we are now. And maybe in court, some of the information with the bylaws may come out. Nothing makes this right, though. I don't care if someone's standing on your porch screaming at you. You don't have the right to shoot a gun at them. Because this woman was on the other side of the door. There was no way this woman was getting into her home. You guys, this is going to frustrate you. What we're fixing to watch is going to probably be a trigger to some of you. So, content warning, disclaimer, viewer discretion is advised here. Some of this is traumatic because you're dealing with right after this woman was shot. And I'm going to let all these pieces fall together with this video footage that I'm compiling for you guys, so that we can prepare ourselves for this upcoming court case. So let's get to it.
It'll be the cruise lights. It'll be the cruise button. Just turn lights off, press the cruise button. All right.
She said there's an old white lady.
Do you have your trauma bag? There is still someone with a gun.
She's inside.
Okay.
Where?
Bro.
Where?
Ex-military. She's in the house, bro. That apartment. Right here. This first apartment. I need like a 49.
Baby, wake up. Baby, wake up.
That one right there. Number 3.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up, baby. Wake up. Baby, wake up. Come on. Hey, baby, wake up.
We need to do CPR real quick.
Baby, wake up.
CPR.
Baby, wake up.
Let me see. Do we have any pulse?
Signal 35.
Do we have any pulse?
Elderly female barricaded in the house. Signal 0. For station 1033.
We got a pulse! We got a pulse! I'm in front.
All right.
Sheriff's office, come outside with your hands up! This is the Marion County Sheriff's Office, come outside with your hands up! Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Turn around!
So this happened in Ocala, Florida on June 2nd of 2023.
Turn around! Where's your gun at?
You got hands? You got hands?
You're going to be detained for
Is there anybody else in the house?
There's somebody else in the house. Can I just get my
No,
daughter?
no, not right now.
All right.
You're not under arrest, you're being detained.
Okay, I understand.
Come over here.
Oh, wait, can you close the door? I have 2 cats inside.
Hold
I
on.
don't want the cats to run out.
Get my med bag. Start giving first aid.
Inside, London. Come here. Come here. Come here.
The police bag? Green shoulder bag. Here.
Go assess the person down. Okay.
You're fucking done.
She's still with us.
Here. Move. She's got a pulse. Move. She does. Here.
Yeah, she's got a pulse.
Where's the gunshot wound?
I don't know.
Here.
What did she show her with? Here.
It's probably like a 22 or something.
Oh my God.
She said she has a pulse.
No exit. Yes.
She's got pulse.
Very
said
faint.
she's got
Very
pulse.
faint. Very faint. There's no exit.
Bro, this lady's been planning to do this for the longest time, bro. Cops on this fucking woman for fucking ever.
Oh my God.
I got it. Where's she shot at?
Right here. Right here.
Right here.
Chest.
Right here.
Right side of chest. Okay. There's no exit. I don't see a lot of blood here. Yeah, I don't see the blood either. It's probably like a 22 or something.
I got her, baby. Get my stuff, Legend. Get my phone.
Can you make sure they're careful with medical bags?
They're in my house.
All right. That's the mother right there. That's her mother right there.
Hey, boss man, keep the light over here.
Yeah, I know you're upset. Focus on CPR, man. Let me do the rest. We're together. Murder, not harder.
She's the neighbor.
Oh my
Can
God.
you fucking imagine if this was our kids?
I am dealing with this right now.
Boss man, take a few steps back. Just keep the light right here.
If you need to switch out, let somebody know.
Got you.
Alright, hold on. Let me cut so I can see her wounds are.
Oh my
Yeah, all
God.
right, bye.
Kids are saying that they only heard one shot.
She's not the single. Okay. Good.
I knew it. I knew when I seen them over here playing today. I said she was acting as.
We always
bro.
call the cops on this woman.
I
They won't
knew
do
it
nothing
when
about
I
her.
seen the kids playing, bro. I knew it.
You guys are positive there was no exit wound?
I checked it. I didn't see
Shine your light in
anything.
the bag for me.
Here. Let me roll her over.
Yeah.
Yeah, check her back.
No.
Any exit?
No exit.
Oh, girl, drive a great truck.
Bro, this is fucking crazy.
Alright.
Oh, girl, drive a great truck. They got it right down. Man, come on now, bro. For some kids, boy. For kids,
And you said there's no exit?
No, I didn't see one unless it's in another spot.
Damn, and the kids was over there. They wasn't even open here. They sitting right there watching them all day.
Yeah, hold this flash right. I'm gonna scan her legs
Yeah.
real quick.
Oh my God.
Here, can they advise if there's anybody else in the house?
I have no idea.
Come on, boo, stay with it.
Hey, can you go show medics where we're at so they don't get confused?
Right here.
Over here.
It's on 4 station, still 1033.
Stay with them, boo.
Alright,
Stay
stop
with
for a
them,
second,
boo.
check pulse. Check her pulse.
There's no officer, you clear
Stay
station.
with them, boo.
How long's she been down?
Maybe it's not even 20 minutes now.
Yeah.
I can feel her pulse. I can feel it. I
Stay
felt
with
it's
them,
very
baby.
faint, but I feel it.
No exit wounds.
10-4,
No.
33,
She has one small
It
wound
sounded like
here.
a 22 or something.
Bro, for the kids playing, bro. The kids
Right here, we still need to clear it.
It sounded like a 22 or something.
You ready? Mary Kay?
The kids were playing near this woman's home. And apparently in the past, she would get irate because they made so much noise. And she didn't want them playing around her items, her home, her porch. This is a little apartment complex.
Do any of y'all have crime scene tape?
Yeah, I do. I got
Okay,
it.
we'll see if they put it right here.
Hey, there's a little boy by my car. He's the one that was the primary witness.
Okay. Show me which one you were referring to.
I told him to hang out by my car.
Hey, where's my phone? She should have been in jail. She should have. Hey, get your ass in the house now.
Did you see him?
I didn't see him. How you holding up, ma'am? Give me a second. She's gonna be in there in a minute. Will you put her handcuffs in front?
Yeah.
I do.
All she did was knock, and I'm next thing you know, she opened the door and I
Here, step out for me real quick. All right, I'm gonna move your handcuffs to the front. All right.
Along the road, anyone has to get out.
Please lock my house.
We were gonna secure your house.
Okay.
All right, let me see your.
right.
Lay it together like you're praying.
Okay. All right. In my pocket is my keys for the house.
We'll grab those in a second. All right.
Yeah, because there's too much stuff in my. I don't want anybody to grab the gun.
No one is gonna go inside. All right.
Okay. All right.
Are you?
Actually, I don't know where my keys are. Shit.
All right, that's fine. We'll figure it out. All right.
All right.
I was outside. Okay. I can tell you what I heard. Shit. Okay. The kids were playing outside earlier, right? In his yard. And what? Yes, ma'am. And one of the little kids, he left his iPad on the ground. And I guess the old white lady that shot the lady, she grabbed his iPad and she threw a roller skate at him. And she came out with an umbrella too and was trying to swing at him or some shit like that. Okay. And then
is that what you heard or is that what you saw?
That's what I heard.
Okay, well, let's just focus on what you saw.
And the only thing I heard was her knocking on the door pretty loud, right?
Who was knocking on the door?
The lady that got shot, right?
She was knocking on the other lady's door.
Yeah, like to see what went between the two kids, you know, like
wait,
between her and the
kids.
Did
you see anything or?
You gotta talk to the kids. You gotta talk to the kids. You gotta talk to the little kid and the older one.
Okay.
But all I heard was knocking and then a gunshot. That's it. No fighting, none of that.
But you didn't actually see anything?
No, sir.
No? Okay. All right. Thanks, my man. Stay around in the area if we need you. We'll let you know, all right? I appreciate it.
Iron 65 or 13, Victor.
Over here. Hey. Oh, okay. Did they see it? They did. They took their
Behind the roses.
This is supposed to be one of the kids that saw it?
Yeah. Yes, over there.
Where is he?
Bravo, 2 Mary, 65, 1050.
This is him right here?
Yeah. 1050. Going into the Bellevue Christian Academy, Florida 28.
What's going on, my man?
Here at Quebec, India 18 on a white Mazda.
All right, first,
Here, give me this. It's okay, relax. Nothing happened. You're good.
what's your name? How many do you need? It's all right. You can take a deep breath. Take as long as you need.
Reclínate aquí de la unidad. Recuéstate ahí. There you go.
Bless his heart, that poor child. He's traumatized. Can you imagine? You're just in your neighborhood playing, and some crazy just decides to go off on you. Like, I remember when we were little, we always knew that people's houses to stay away from, people that didn't like children. We just automatically knew. We didn't care, but apparently she was one of the ones that they would say, don't go over near her house. So according to what everyone's saying here, she was aggressive with the children that were playing around her home. And the mother of the children and her had a history, because apparently this was not the first time that all of this had happened, that she had been mean to the kids or had some type of physical threat towards them. And when the mother went over there and knocked on the door, the lady shot her. Now, you're going to hear the full story here in a minute. There's going to be other witnesses that tell more. They're just
Truth
going
and a
to...
lie?
Yeah.
What's the difference between a truth and a lie?
One's right and one's wrong.
Okay, so if I said that my uniform is the color blue, is that true or is that a lie?
It's a lie.
If I said that the sky is blue, is that truth or a lie?
It's truth.
Okay. When you tell me how like you start your day. Like when you wake up in the morning, what is your routine?
When I wake up in the morning,
Yeah.
I either take out my dogs or
Okay.
eat breakfast, or I go outside to see if anybody's outside so I can play with them.
Okay. And what about? Okay, so you have like a morning routine that you have. All right. So tell me what you saw here tonight.
I didn't see much. We were playing around. I was on my electric scooter.
Okay.
And then my friend's mom got mad. My friend's mom got mad at the lady because she took something, I don't know.
Your friend's mom.
Yeah.
Is which one was your friend's mom?
My friend's mom was right there.
The one laying on the ground.
The one that was laying on the ground.
Okay, so that was your friend's mom. She got mad because the other lady had taken an iPad.
Yes.
Okay, so what happened
And
after
she
that?
gave it back.
The other lady gave it back.
Yes, and then my friend's mom, she came and banged on her door, her window.
Okay.
Slide door. That she banged on that, and then the door.
Okay.
And then I was on my electric scooter right here, and then I don't know where I hear a big bang.
Okay.
I was running.
Did you actually see anybody with any kind of gun, anything like that, or did you just hear?
I was here running.
Okay. What did you see after that?
I don't know. I came outside and I saw my friend's mom on the ground.
Okay. Good job. Alrighty.
This your boy?
Yes, sir. Was this the one you were
No,
referring
it's
to?
not.
Okay, she might be talking to them over there. All right. You guys will be around, right?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Okay. Do you have ID on you?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I got our process intervention specialist coming as well.
I'm sorry?
So if you guys see any skips or anything in this video, it's because they've muted the audio.
I mean, it's just my kid who went into the house.
Okay.
He was all panicking and scared. I'm like, whoa, what happened?
Yeah.
You know, I see him all. So, no, well, he was having a hard time explaining.
Yeah.
I'm like, what happened? I mean, I heard before that, I heard something like
Yeah.
like a 22.
Yeah.
That went off. And I'm like, I mean, obviously, I know when I hear it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, I mean, when he said that, I put 1 and 2 together. I'm like, whoa, let me see. So I'm walking out. I see everyone going crazy. The kids crying over there.
Sergeant, say get everybody's information. Do not do interviews. Major Crime's going to do the interviews, okay? So just gather. Get all his information, his son's information.
I already got it all.
We got to go get other people's information.
I need to get the suspects.
You got his address and phone number?
Yes, sir.
We might not going to go pretty late.
No, that's fine, man. I mean,
because we want to get all the answers.
and I'm just letting you guys know. I'm letting you guys know. This name here is hot. It's always hot. You know, there's a lot of things going on.
I come through here as much as I can.
But the reason why I'm saying it is she's not safe coming back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
I get what you're saying. I
don't give a shit about her. You know what I mean? But
I got you, my man.
Yeah.
All right. If we need anything, we'll come knock. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna get her 43. Hello. All right. What is your first name?
Susan.
S-U-S-A-N?
Correct.
Middle name?
Louise. L-O-U-I-S-E.
L-O-U-I-S-E?
Yes.
What's your last name?
Lawrence. L-O-R-I-N-C as in cat, Z as in zebra.
L-O-R-I-N-C-Z? That's correct?
Yeah, they better get her the heck out of there because it doesn't sound like she's got too many people that like her, which makes you kind of wonder. There's not one person standing up for her. So apparently she's not a very friendly neighbor. Obviously, she has issues. Obviously.
All right.
Yeah, no, I got all his information.
You got both sons?
Yeah.
Was any of the other kids out there?
I don't really know. The ones I've all talked to here said it was just these two. Oh my god. Oh, it needs to be rough. Say thank you. Oh my god.
She holding up pretty good?
Yeah, she's fine.
Just check on her like every 2-3 minutes. Just lay eyes on her.
Yep.
Do you know who's watching over her son? Is that information?
They want me to notify him, or they want us to notify his dad. His dad.
Is their dad part of their life?
Yeah.
Do we know that information?
Yeah, dad's part of their
Do
life.
we have
He
dad's
just-
information?
This one right here.
Alright, she's got the crime scene log. I can take over the crime scene logs to come here anyway. As long as someone comes to get it like they need, that's perfect. Yeah.
We just need, like I said, we just need to keep an eye on your phone. If she's in there, we got people.
You got a trainee right here. Listen, he's got the suspect in his car. He can't take over this because he's going to have to know. I got one suspect. Hey, go to my car. In the paperwork box, look through, find a crime scene log, and just sit in the car with her and start a report.
Right.
Let him take a picture of your information. He's going to sit in the car with her with the crime scene log.
Denver's got
I'll give it to you. You won't be able to
I have some in my car.
Oh, he has one printed out already too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, can you just give me one because my shares folder is not one until load.
Well, I have a whole file box in my car full of them.
Are they putting a rookie in the car with her? Aren't they worried about interrogating her? What's being said, what she's heard? That's kind of strange. I could be wrong. It might not be a rookie, but he was given him orders, so.
That's
That's
all I got for him.
We got Dad's phone number. We were wondering, do you want us to go ahead and call Dad so he can at least come over here and be with his kids? Hey, he's part of their life, I guess. Where's Dad at? I don't know. We got his phone number. Name his phone number.
Yeah, the kid just comes and like picks him up and hangs out with him, but he knows his phone number.
Good. Start that. Just go sit in the car with her, start that, get the report, and I'll get the victim's information for you.
He's also saying
Okay.
he had a roller skate thrown at him.
There's a roller skate right there by my car.
Okay.
I'm about to go get it right now.
Yeah, I guess can we turn lights off his strobe?
Yep. It'll be the cruise lights. It'll be the cruise button. Just turn lights off, press the cruise button.
All right.
Okay, so that's how I started out with this story. And of course, I was very intrigued because I was like, what in the world? What in the world would cause somebody to do this, right? Well, we're going to find out here, hopefully this month, because Susan Lawrence is her name. She's a 59-year-old who is now on trial for manslaughter of AJ Owens because AJ did lose her life that evening. I'm going to show you guys some media files from this of back when this all happened, and then we're going to move forward to some media of what's going on now with the trial upcoming, because actually she is going into pre-trial today, Wednesday the 5th of 2024, June 2024.
Pamela Diaz says her grandchildren are still struggling with the loss of their mother.
Just the other night, my granddaughter went to sleep crying herself, literally, with tears in her eyes, calling for her mother.
Lorenz is accused of shooting and killing Owens following a months-long dispute. She originally told investigators she feared for her life after her neighbor knocked on her door to confront her following a fight over Owens's children playing close to her home. The shooting bringing outcries from the community. Lorenz was eventually charged with manslaughter and faces up to 30 years in prison if convicted.
And we do have this story in. It just came in within the last few minutes or so. We learned that Susan Lawrence, the woman accused of shooting and killing her neighbor, has entered a written plea.
Fox 35's Amanda McKenzie is live in Ocala this morning. And Amanda Lawrence now, she is facing that manslaughter charge for shooting and killing AJ Owens.
That's right. So in the past few minutes, we have been able to confirm that the hearing that was supposed to start at 9 a.m., we now know that Susan Lawrence has entered a written plea of not guilty. Now, if she is convicted of these charges, she could spend up to 30 years behind bars. Owens' family and her attorneys say they were deeply disappointed that the state attorney's office declined to charge Lawrence with second-degree murder, citing insufficient evidence to guarantee a conviction on that charge. After the shooting, the sheriff's office released body cam footage dated between February of 2022 to April of this year. It shows Lorenz made several calls accusing her neighbor's children of harassment and trespassing. A judge granted Lorenz a $154,000 bond, which would require her to pay about 10% to be released from jail. However, she has not posted that bond and remains in the Marion County Jail. Lorenz is charged with 1 count of manslaughter and 1 count of assault. Again, she has chosen to enter a written plea of not guilty.
New documents reveal statements made by the woman accused of gunning down a mother in Ocala. Fox 35's Marlisa Goldsmith is going through those and joins us live right now in the Alert Center. So, Marlisa, what do they say?
Well, Luann, we are getting our very first look at statements Susan Lawrence gave law enforcement after they say she shot and killed her neighbor, AJ Owens. In reading the state's discovery, we've learned her first interview with law enforcement. Lawrence said she had problems with the children for several years and was upset that the children leave their belongings around her apartment. She admitted to calling the children derogatory names, filming or photographing the children, and raising her middle finger toward the children in the past. Now, in a follow-up interview with law enforcement, Lorenz admitted to researching Florida's self-defense laws several years prior and the day of her second interview. In that second interview, the Discovery Report says she denied any memory of using racial slurs toward the children and stated if she ever did, it just slipped out. Lorenz is still in the Marion County Jail on a manslaughter charge and is expected back in court on November 1st for a pretrial conference. Her trial is scheduled for November 13th. Live in the Alert Center, Marlisa Goldsmith, Fox 35 News.
I want to do her initial appearance. I want to see this video right here. And I don't know if I've seen the...
And now to our big story at 5:30. New video tonight. The Marion County Sheriff's Office has released hours of body cam video showing deputies responding to calls at the home of Susan Lawrence. She is the woman accused of shooting and killing her neighbor last month.
AJ Owens was shot through the door while knocking on Lawrence's door. And as the body camera video shows us, Lawrence was no stranger to calling 911.
And what about the fact that she's going to come and drag my and beat me? When I started calling you because she wouldn't get out of my face, she just kept standing in front of me. I don't understand the attitude. And so, she runs over there. Why do her children have to be over here screaming?
That's just 3 of several calls between February 2022 and April 2023.
Always says no trespassing, and they're always walking the dog. The dog's always taking a fall. There's poop on the sidewalk. There's all kinds of stuff. I said, can you please keep the dog over there?
Deputies responded to Susan Lawrence's home several times over the last year and a half. She would call to say her neighbor's children were harassing her and trespassing.
Guys, stop. They know they're not supposed to be over here. They've been told many times. They've previously told they're trespassing.
Okay, I'm just going to say something right here. First of all, let me take the captions off. I'm going to replay this. We're going to look back on this, but here's the problem I have with this. If she was scared, if she was truly scared of her surroundings, what like she's making it seem like now, like she's scared to be out there in her neighborhood or whatever, because she's surrounded by brown and black people, because that's kind of what they're leaning towards. Then why is she sitting out? Why is she constantly calling the cops? And she'll stand out in front of her lawn, letting them know that she's the one that called the cops. If you're scared like that, you just freaking move. You don't make a big fuss. You don't. That's just my opinion.
One. And what about her said that she's going to come and drag my and beat me? When I started calling you because she wouldn't get out of my face, she just kept standing in front of me. I don't understand the attitude and stuff. You know, she runs over there. Why do her children have to be over here screaming?
That's just 3 of several calls between February 2022 and April 2023.
Clearly says no trespassing, and they're always walking the dog. The dog's always going to fall. There's poop on the sidewalk. There's all kinds of stuff. I said, can you please keep the dog over there?
Deputies responded to Susan Lawrence's home several times over the last year and a half. She would call to say her neighbor's children were harassing her and trespassing.
Guys, stop. They know they're not supposed to be over here. They've been told many times. They've previously told the trespassing sign. And the kid tells me to shut up to my face. I said, don't be disrespectful to me.
But the children said it was the other way around. Neighbors claim Lawrence was the aggressor, saying their kids were just playing in the neighborhood lot next to Lawrence's house.
I'm not over there harassing her, doing anything. They're playing. Literally, every time the police are over here because of she'll be inside, they can be playing.
Over the last year, the feud between the neighbors got worse.
Yes, I would like to press charges because she doesn't need to hear.
And it was last month when deputies say that feud ended with a neighbor being killed.
The woman was screaming and yelling and she was trying to break down my door. I didn't know what to do. I grabbed my gun and I shot at the door.
An arrest report shows Lawrence swung an umbrella at the victim's children and threw a pair of roller skates at them, which is why Owens went to the house. Deputies say Lawrence told them she bought the gun for protection after a previous fight with Owens last year.
His mother comes over here. If you treat my son like that again, I'm going to rip out and go beat you up.
As it stands, 58-year-old Lawrence faces 1 count of manslaughter with a firearm and 1 count of assault. She is still in jail. A judge granted her $155,000 bond last month, so Lawrence needs to come up with about $15,000 to get out of jail.
She doesn't have any money. We're going to see if we can get some of this body cam footage. Oh, she going to get eat up in prison, y'all. Oh, no. Girl, it's not looking good. Okay, guys, now listen to this. Tell me she's not sounding guilty. Or this, I'm not saying premeditated, but listen to what they say here.
Have obtained some new documents in Susan Lawrence's case. She's the woman accused of shooting and killing A.J. Owens last month in Marion County. West 2's Michelle Meredith is going through those documents, and Michelle, they include some of the statements that Lawrence made after the shooting.
Well, the documents show statements made by Lawrence after the shooting, and they document a series of confrontations between Lawrence, Owens, and her children. It reports, quote, she called 911 after the shooting and said a woman was screaming and trying to break down her door. So she fired at the door because she was afraid for her life. It goes on to say the victim had come after several times and her children trespassed and bothered her. She said she had problems with the children for several years and was upset. They leave their belongings around her apartment. They admitted calling the children derogatory names, filming or photographing the children, and raising her middle finger at the children in the past. Lawrence also said she researched Florida self-defense laws several years prior to the shooting and the day of her second interview. Public records show law enforcement responded to the apartment complex. Several calls were made by Lorenz. But in a follow-up interview, Lorenz told law enforcement she denied memory of using racial slurs at the children and said if she ever did it, it just slipped out.
Researched the stand your ground law. That stand your ground law, you guys, has caused nothing but problems in Florida. So many cases. I mean, it's the stand your ground law started out as one of those things where it was like, okay, if someone breaks into your home, then, you know, they're not supposed to be there, then they're a physical threat. You can shoot them. But it's turned into one of those things to where it's just gotten outrageous. It's not the law for it needs to be refined. It needs to be changed. It's a mess.
An escalation between neighbors reached a fever pitch in June when a single mother of four in Ocala was shot and killed.
Woman accused of firing the deadly shot often relied on police when someone did something that she didn't agree with. Treasurer Roberts combed through more than a dozen encounters that Susan Lorenz had with police and her neighbors over the past year.
Body camera video of accused shooter Susan Lorenz reveals she had long-standing issues with several neighbors.
Trust me, this ain't the first time I've been out here.
Those are the sons.
Including children.
She always calls her property. She always be so racist. And they're playing over. And then she tells us and stuff. And she calls us an N-word.
In a total of 14 clips dating back to February 2022, I watched deputies continuously respond to this neighborhood because of complaints made by Lawrence.
Kids have been out of control. They're screaming, yelling. The kids have been real.
She repeatedly told deputies neighborhood kids bully her.
I don't want to be intimidated by them screaming and yelling at me, telling me I'm a calling me Karen. They're calling me names.
In April, Marion County deputies addressed her concerns about children playing in the parking lot.
They need to be trespassed. They don't want to hear.
So what I'm looking at, where they're at, you can't trespass anybody from that location. The issue is that the parking lot is a common area.
Mid-conversation, a man walks into the frame near her porch.
Can I talk to you for a second? Where you get done?
I'll get over here in just a second.
He's trespassing.
You came over to come ask us a question.
The deputies engaged the neighbor away from her residence.
I was trying to reason with her one day because we were all playing here. You know, the kids, everything jumped around.
All right, let's go. And she's like, hey, you know what? One day you guys are going to die.
And I'm like, and that's when I like, whoa.
Lorenz interrupted their conversation.
And apparently they're going to match their pay.
I'm getting too much feedback on the phone from the dog. Can you please go someplace where he's not barking? Please. I'm getting too much feedback. I can't hear myself. Dog. Yapping.
It's a dog. You can't stop the dog from barking.
Yeah, but too much feedback. Can you please help me so
Yeah, that's,
All right, well, you have a good one. Apparently we can't stand here and have a conversation.
Oh, you guys, this woman is psychopath. She what is it? She's trauma waiting to happen. Ugh. Okay, now listen to this. They also, in the past, had interviewed AJ Owens, the victim, the woman that was murdered by this woman.
Ajika Owens had interactions with Lawrence before the day she was shot through a closed door.
It's funny because I'm the one that never comes outside and says anything to her.
In February last year, deputies spoke with Owens, who said Lawrence badgered her kids.
My kids take the dog. The other day she tells my son, I'm going to have you arrested and we're going to jail. He's 8, so he's terrified. He won't even walk the dog.
Owens told deputies when she addressed her neighbor about the comments, Lawrence mentioned race.
Oh, you black people always this. Okay.
Owens says Lawrence flashed a private property sign. Once she put it down, AJ picked it up, threw it, then walked away.
I guess she's already on the phone and I'm being attacked. Someone's attacking me.
On the last call captured on video before AJ Owens was killed, you could hear a frustrated deputy mumble about the encounters with Lawrence.
Psycho.
Psycho.
That was Treasurer Roberts reporting. Lorenz was arrested 4 days after the shooting. She is charged with manslaughter and assault and faces up to 30 years in prison if convicted.
Oh, you guys. All right, hang on. Let's see some more. This woman is a hot mess. So what I'm looking at here is in listening to these previous police calls and whatnot, and listening to all that we're doing here, I'm of the belief there's no way she can say that she was scared. That her defense is out the door with that. If I'm on the jury and I see the things that she said, the things she stirred it up, she stirred the pot. If these kids were on her back porch playing, that would have been one thing, because that's her in the, I guess what you want to call, she's in an apartment complex. Now I don't know if they have a condominium bylaws or if it's a true apartment complex. But if they were right there within her porch where she, it is kind of semi closed in, that's one thing. But you guys, if you live in a community like that, that's just that comes with it. It's like having neighbors. It's like when you're in a 2-story apartment building, you live below someone, and you can hear every step they take, and it's because it's an apartment building, and they're thrown up like matchboxes. Yeah, because they're like thrown up like matchboxes. So this is just this woman. All right, I think I watched this one already. Did I watch this one already? Oh, and then the state attorney is saying there's insufficient evidence to file murder charges against her. Why? Now, this was 11 months ago, though. Let's hear what this.
Formal charges against Susan Lorenz have been filed today for the death of an Ocala mother of 4.
The state attorney in Marion County says she is facing 1 count of manslaughter and 1 count of assault for shooting and killing A.J. Owens.
Watch 2 tonight. Geber Geddes is live in Marion County right now, where people are starting to gather for a rally. Tonight.
AJ's family and their attorneys, along with groups like this one in Ocala, have called for a second-degree murder charge. But the state attorney says there was just not enough evidence to prove murder. And the family says this is not justice, and people who are coming together right now outside of the courthouse are showing their solidarity. It's been nearly a month since an Ocala mother was shot and killed by her neighbor. Now, Marion County State Attorney William Glasson has decided how his office will move forward with their case against Susan Lorenz. The 58-year-old will face 1 count of manslaughter with a firearm and 1 count of assault for the death of A.J. Owens. Investigators say Lorenz shot and killed Owens through a door in early June. One of Owens' 4 children was there when it happened. The mother tried confronting the neighbor for allegedly throwing a skate at her child. Lorenz was arrested on charges of manslaughter with a firearm, culpable negligence, battery, and 2 counts of assault. But Owens' family, attorneys, and Ocala groups have pushed to upgrade the manslaughter charge to murder. In a letter on Monday, the state attorney said there just wasn't enough evidence to file murder. He said in part, "The state must prove beyond reasonable doubt that the existence of a depraved mind toward the victim at the time of the killing. Depraved mind requires evidence of hatred, spite, ill will, or evil intent." And he adds, aiming a firearm at the door and shooting it is legally not enough to prove any of those traits. In a video, one of Owens' attorneys, Anthony Thomas, said they are disappointed.
Certainly the family would have wanted something a little more harsh in the form of a murder 2 charge. We are disappointed by this decision. All the evidence pointed to a murder 2. At this time, the family will stay vigilant.
He says after the arrest, Owens' son testified that the skate thrown by the neighbor did not hit him, which would have been necessary for a battery charge. He also says another child testified he was not in fear, which is why the 2nd count of assault was left out. Misdemeanor culpable negligence was not filed because the state attorney said in part, there is no evidence to establish that Lorenz knew the child was with Owens when she shot her. Owens' family attorneys are planning to hold a news conference tomorrow morning to share more reaction to the charges. As for Lorenz, she is being held right now on a $154,000 bond, and she could face up to 30 years in prison. Reporting live in Marion County.
All right, I want to see if we can find more on this body cam. All right, let's listen to the
911 with that. I just put the emergency. Oh my God, this lady just tried to break down my door. I shot through the door. Oh my God. Okay, repeat that address for me to make sure I have it correct. Okay, what is your name? Okay, what's going? Take a deep breath for me. Calm down.
Oh my God.
You said someone tried to break down your door. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, the woman was screaming and yelling and she was trying to break down my door.
Okay, it was a female.
Yes. I didn't know what to do. I grabbed my gun and I shot at the door. And I thought she was going to get me. Oh my God.
Okay, you said you shot at the door. Is that correct?
Yes, I shot at the door because she wouldn't stop. I told her to get away and she wouldn't.
Okay, I have zero sympathy for this woman. Zero sympathy. Really? Now you're the victim?
Okay, where's your gun now?
It's in my bedroom. I didn't know what to do. I was panicking. This is the woman who attacked me.
Okay, do you still see the subject?
I don't know where she is. I'm still in my house. I didn't open my door to her.
Is it just only you in the home?
Yes, it's just me.
She's setting the stage.
Okay, I just need you to lock all your doors and windows, okay?
I have.
Okay, I'm going to stay on the line until the deputies get there.
Okay. My son's they were going to come and kill me.
And did you know her?
Yes, she's come after me several times because of her children. Her children keep trespassing over here. They're bothering me and bothering me. They won't stop.
Is she a neighbor?
Yes.
The other day she tells my son, I'm going to have you arrested and we're going to jail. He's 8, so he's terrified. He won't even walk the dog. What's up?
I don't know what his problem is. This guy in the next building, and there's no trespassing signs. The kids have been out of control. They're screaming, yelling. I don't want to be intimidated by them screaming and yelling at me, telling me I'm a bitch, calling me Karen. They're calling me names. Really, we're gonna, devolve to this simple bullying. I don't want to face this. Kids keep running back and forth over here. When the kids are out front, I don't, it's really noisy. The way my apartment's set up, you can see the vents here. They're screaming, yelling. I don't get a break from the kids at all. They don't have children. I've asked them, please, the kids all live on that side of the street. For some reason, they love to play over here. I'm like, guys.
Probably because it's open.
I understand that. I have migraines, horrible migraines. I had a very bad car wreck. I had my neck fused. I need more back surgery. I don't want to hear your children. I've asked them, please, keep kids away. There's other places they can play. They don't have to play here. They're screaming, yelling at me, telling the kids are not hurting anybody. The kids, they're not damaging anything. Well, they're damaging me because the migraines are so bad. Most days I could barely stand. I'm on Pyramate. I'm on Furisex. I'm on Sumatriptan. It's horrible for me. I'm in pain. I don't hear the children. I'm not trying to be a bitch, but.
So there's the other piece of the defense. She's on all these meds. So I'm sure that'll get thrown out of all the medications that she's on. And that's the reason why she did what she did. Because the other piece of the scared thing and trying to defend herself, that's there's no way. No jury's going to fall for that.
It's not fun.
Okay. Well, have you talked to your landlord?
Yes. There's no trespassing sign.
Okay.
And they're saying that this guy is giving them okay to be on. Because they've been told by Charles not to come on the property. Charles is the owner of the building. They've been told that their kids, like I said, they stole the trespassing sign. Kids, it wasn't trespassing sign. It was supposed to be. That's why there's no trespassing. There's no trespassing.
What's going on this evening?
Lots of children screaming their full heads off, running around. I had my truck parked in front here, so I didn't have to listen to the screaming and yelling. As soon as I moved the truck, the kids are coming up. I'm like, guys, stop. They know they're not supposed to be over here. They control them. They previously stole a trespassing sign.
But sheriff's deputies hear conflicting information when speaking to neighbors.
He'll even come outside and play football with the kids or play.
So I figured, well, if the cops are there, it's probably she keeps calling every time. I mean, it's just over stupidity. Literally, kids just going around. She keeps posting signs over here. I mean, we all live here. Kids play over there. It's an open field, whatever. She keeps messing around with the kids, and the kids sometimes they go like, they start cursing at her, and I'm like, you know what? No, don't do that. You gotta respect her. She's an adult. You know what I mean? I mean, but she's not all there. And
you don't have sole control over the parking lot. There's 4 people here.
Yeah, but those children don't live here. I mean, they literally live across the street on the other side. They don't.
I understand what you're telling me, and I get it, but you don't have sole power to say, hey, they can't be in this parking lot.
But he's asked them to leave. I mean, you can call Charles. I mean,
I'm just telling you it's trespassing. It's the first time's civil because it doesn't become criminal until they're warned.
okay, but he's already told them no trespassing.
Who's he?
All right, and he's just trespassing right now.
During this conversation, a neighbor approaches officials while they're speaking with Lorenz. She then accuses him of trespassing.
He's just trespassing right now. He's trespassing right now. He's trespassing.
He came over to come ask us a question.
And
What do you need us to do? What do you want us to do?
Tell the girls not to come. They can't come on when I'm on the phone. Okay. I mean, literally, they cannot come on when I'm on the phone.
I mean, I can talk to them if I can figure out who they are, but.
I mean, he needs to get, because he's screaming all the time, too.
Okay.
He just needs to get off.
This is just an open field. You know, it belongs to both property. You know what I'm saying? So if the kids want to play there, whatever. And that's what I keep telling them. Hey, as long as you don't get in her door, you don't start throwing rocks, don't be cursing at her. It's okay. She can call the cops whenever she wants. But and I was trying to reason with her one day because we were all playing here. You know, the kids, everything jumped. All right, let's go. And she's like, hey, you know what? One day you guys are gonna die. And I'm like, and that's when I like, whoa.
I'm getting too much feedback on the phone from the dog.
I'm sorry?
Go someplace where he's not barking. Please, I'm getting too much feedback. I can't hear my customers. Dog, tapping.
It's a dog. We can't stop the dog from barking.
Yeah, but it's too much feedback. Can you please at least go someplace where I'm not getting too much feedback?
That's
All right, well, you have a good one. Apparently, we can't stay here and have a conversation with Shane.
That's what I'm saying.
So.
That's what I'm saying. She's not over there, right?
Were you the guys that this lady was mad about?
Yes, and I just want to say that every time, like even if we're not.
Hold on. Let's bring it down.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're okay.
Every time, even if we're not on her property and we're just like being out and playing basketball over there because there's a basketball hoop.
I got you.
Like she just calls us names.
Okay.
Yeah, like literally, all the kids, because that's an open spot right there.
Yeah.
All that is not her property.
I got
The
you.
guy that I was just telling this officer right here, this guy has said numerous times, y'all come over here and play, because they all like to play football and stuff.
Okay.
So he's okay with it, and that's where they mainly are. They're more on his side.
What kind of names is she calling you guys?
Retards, the B word,
the B word,
the P word, everywhere in the book. Like one time the kids were playing right there, and it was his dad outside. And then she came out yelling at
my dad.
She came out yelling, and she was talking about a little girl getting raped and stuff. Like she's crazy. Like she'll come out just yelling
she
about.
just says weird. Like I have said stuff to her before because one time I just happened to come outside and she was calling them retards, and I'm like, hey, like relax.
Yeah.
I'm like, these are kids here.
I got.
She always calls her cops, and she always be so racist.
And they're playing over. And then the boys are playing.
She tells us to F off and stuff.
And she calls us an N-word.
So she lives right across the street, though.
No, she lives right there.
That's what
We
I'm
play
saying.
right here. We play right here. She's over there. And she come out and starts
she doesn't want us right there, but it's a problem when we
get off my F4 property.
It ain't her property. We ain't worried about it.
Yeah, that's why
she be
coming out here.
She be trying to call us every time.
She had she asked.
Oh yeah.
Because every time I walk past, she thinks we're trying to steal her truck or buy her truck.
We're not even.
How old are you?
We're 11.
Okay, yeah.
We're up to
Are you even? Do you even know how to drive?
No.
Officials also speak with the parents of children in the area who say their kids often play in an open lot outside of Lorenz's rental.
Yeah, they literally stay clear from over there. I make sure of that. You know,
I mean, even if they do that, we got like 15 kids out here that are like, and they're gonna do.
It might sound loud. It gets loud. I give her that. It'll get loud, especially if kids playing like that. You know, like I told you, if it gets to a point
loud right now, it's okay.
Go on that side, whatever they want to do, just so they can have some fun. I try not to get on them like that. You know, we all the parents are cool, so it's like I look out for them just like I look out for my own.
Aggravated.
Okay, so what's going on?
Okay, I've got young ladies who just keep coming by and think it's hysterical while I'm working to bring their animals and scream while I'm on the phone.
So we have a dog. My kids take the dog out. The other day she tells my son, I'm gonna have you arrested and we're going to jail. He's 8, so he's terrified. He won't even walk the dog anymore. So
Let her know all that.
okay. So she's terrified. He won't even walk the dog anymore. This is joint area. You can't tell them they can't walk on this side. So he's walking the dog and he's all the way back towards the fence. I'm standing here on my phone. She comes outside to go to the car or something. She sees him. Oh, I told you I'm gonna have you arrested. I'm gonna have you arrested today. She has her phone out like she's taking his picture or whatever. Now he's trying to run back across the street. So I said, I'm sorry, what are you saying to him? And so I go over there. This is my private property. They can't have the dog over here. I told her, first of all, he's not on your property. He's on this side. You don't own it. And even if he was on the side, you don't own this either. You're renting this just like I rent over here, just like they rent over there. You don't own this. You can't tell them. Technically, they're not in your personal space that they can't walk the dog or even throw their football over you.
I found my license doesn't match this. I was supposed to move, and then I ended up having the surgery. So I'll be moving shortly.
And you said you haven't been over here that long?
I've been here actually 2 years.
Okay. I think she's been here 3 years then.
Okay. But this actually has the correct address on the registration.
Okay. What time did this happen?
It was actually happening when I was calling you.
Okay.
So, like I said, at that point when I started calling you because she wouldn't get out of my face, she just kept standing in front of me. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't.
Area 64746.
And what's your social, if you know? And I see, I said your hair is brown, blonde.
No, it's actually brunette. It's this lady girl. It's starting to get really gray.
And your eye color, you told me, is the, is it blue eye?
No, I'm not blue eye. It's more like a hazel.
Okay.
Brownish hazel, whatever.
And the phone number that I can get back to you, is that the one that?
352-777-5909.
Seven 5909.
That's correct.
Okay. I'll be back for you.
Okay.
And you got the sign still, right?
Yes.
Okay. My thing, it wasn't necessarily deliberately to hit
Area
her.
6407.
Yeah, she said
She
she just
threw
threw it
it.
behind her and she
Yeah.
doesn't know if it hit her. She said. Yeah, she was
Not intentionally. It's just public property. You can't.
Where?
I mean, it's not hers though. The
When you rent somewhere, it's not your property.
consider, but to me, that's
No, I know, but that part that's irrelevant. And like we're talking about that public, and she shouldn't be over here. So if you saw her on this property and she said I wanted to trespass, you wouldn't trespass her? So yes.
that. So, well,
You would.
Come here, my dear. You gotta go.
Okay. You got all the information?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I just disagree with what that cop just said. He said the other woman would have been trespassing to be over there on that side of her property. Again, I'm going to go back to this whole thing. Unless she's right there on her porch, which is part of her rental property, that whole area is common grounds. If you're a renter in that community, you can walk around that freaking community. Who is this cop? I don't like that. I don't like that.
Right over. You need to tell her not to come back over here, even with her dog. There's no right to be over here. She doesn't live here. So if we came here and she was standing right here, and that lady said I want her trespassing her. Yeah, we're good, buddy.
see, that's my thing. It's like
That's the law. You don't do that and something happens and you're supposed to trespass her, that's on you. Okay? When you rent a place, you're allowed to trespass people.
well, then I should have been able to do it with multiple cases. Okay. So, I'll just tell her no trespassing, just to speak on it, both sides, to say, hey, can't trespass. I don't have to write up anything about.
No, we do have. We're writing up a battery. That's with no arrest.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll go give her a case number. Let her know that you're gonna write up a battery investigation. Right now we're gonna go check this door, this neighbor's camera. We'll see if they're home. We're gonna go knock on that door where the ring camera is and see if it caught anything.
Okay.
You see it?
Area 6407.
So
Yeah. Let's go see if
the doorbell.
Check out.
You're all good. I'm just gonna make sure check out some other things for you. Hey, Deputy King in the Sheriff's Office.
How you doing?
Does your camera pick up on anything that happened? Because we got a call about, I don't know if you're familiar with the woman, the white woman across the street. Right across. Straight ahead at you. Because there was a dispute about Miss Ajib, a very unique name. It was a complaint about her dog going onto the other's property. Trespass sign she had over there. The other woman, Miss Susan, she picked it up to let her know it was her property. And then Miss Ajib had thrown it back to her. So I want to know if your camera picked up on it.
No, you didn't pick nothing up? No, it's just yeah, I'm sorry. Do you know how far a camera shoots out? Like what it picks up? Does it pick up stuff in the street? Anything? No. You don't have a range set up on it? No. It don't have motion, I mean? No. Alright, my
So
man.
you gotta get back.
Sorry to wake you up.
Yeah, like I'm lost right now, but okay.
Yeah, that's right. We were just wondering if your camera picked anything up from what just happened. Motion. That's our main thing. Okay, yeah, because I guess there was a disturbance out here, so. Alright. Well, alright, man, thanks.
Thank you. Okay, so since that is found out that is her property, she has a no trespass, so unfortunately that means can't go over there.
And that's fine. I mean, if it's hers, it's hers. But I mean,
It doesn't matter if it's not hers. She rents there, just like you rent here. You wanted somebody to trespass from right here, you called us and we saw them on the property, they'd be trespassed. The next time we came out, they'd go to jail. Okay? That's the way that works.
all right. I mean,
You have the same right as she does. So, I mean, she doesn't want them over there, don't have them over there.
This is AJ, you guys were here. The lady that was shot and killed.
The landlord put a sign there for a reason. That is what it is.
it is.
Okay?
Absolutely.
Your baby's out here?
No, my kids are inside. They only come out to walk the dog. And maybe if we're home by daylight for them to play. Like I was gonna let them play because they never get to play. Yeah, literally. I told him. I said, stay on this side, and he wasn't even lingering here. He was behind the building.
I just wouldn't even have him go over there. It's an issue every time. Okay?
Here it is.
I know, I'm sorry. It is what it is.
I've had the same issue, but
Let's get her a case number.
Ajika. Yes.
Okay.
It's okay.
No problem at all. I understand how you feel. Believe me, that's why I got a house.
Yeah, this is our last year.
I couldn't.
Prayerfully. This is it.
So I didn't know if that was a more. I asked what you pointed at. So
The only thing that she had is that dot, but she didn't admit to that being involved.
Exactly. That's why I wanted her to point.
But her skin all blends in and looks the same.
Okay. The case is being documented, and if she wants to go further with what she asked for about an injunction, she has to go to the courthouse. Okay.
Say, give me a 1099. Yeah, I thought you wanted me on the radio more.
Just say 1099.
1099.
No, what's up?
Tonight.
It's gonna be 3931. Violence!
10 points. And then Susan. So right now, I'm gonna issue a card to you.
Okay.
With the case number on it.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna write it up as a battery. Just no arrest can be made at this time.
Okay.
All right. But it has been known to her that this is your property, and for them not to come back on.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Told him. I mean, it's not. We can't be out here all the time to make them. I would try and ask the landlord to try and get you a camera, maybe if he could do that. I don't know, since he's probably selling the place.
Unfortunately, now he's gonna lose this sale.
It's already for sale. He already
He
listed
told
it?
me
Okay.
he was selling it. I actually had started the mortgage application process. So I was gonna buy it. I thought it was gonna be a cute little investment, but I'm not gonna be threatened by people.
No, I understand that. It's not worth it.
No.
Okay, so this.
Put the nomination number in there.
Oh, that. Sorry.
Yes, we put those at the bottom.
Okay, it does sound like these are condominiums. And if that's the case, so that's, whew, I worked a lot with this when I was in Florida because I used to insure a lot of condominiums. So we have to read the bylaws to see who is responsible for what area. So the common area of the community would be outside of her fence right there. Inside that fence is her part of her actual owned area. She doesn't own it, her landlord owns it. Again, this is one of those things where I don't see, I would think the bylaws have to be read to see what's going on there, because sometimes there's federal law that stands on top of the bylaws that overrides them. But for him to make that call, that cop to make that call without looking at the bylaws, that to me, that just doesn't seem right. I don't know. If you're a property manager in Florida that deals with a lot of these, give me a shout out. I might know you. Let me know your thoughts on this. I don't even know the name of the community though.
I just didn't expect you to do it.
Yep.
Sorry.
And if you want to go, be able to try and go to the courthouse and do it that way.
What's her name so I can get a restraining order?
It'll be on the report.
Will it? Okay.
Yep.
So,
It's going to be active right now.
Okay.
And we'll call you. We're going to try, maybe if something else pops up, like someone had video or something, we'll call you back in a couple of days and check with you. And if we don't have anything further, then we'll close it and then just go up to one of the district offices and get a report.
Okay.
We can't issue a report that's active, like an active case.
The fact that I didn't actually get her throwing a sign at me.
Nobody actually saying that they saw it. No independent witnesses that are credible. So,
How convenient.
unfortunately, I know. I'm sorry. I can't just go arresting people.
No, I understand. But they were all out here.
I know. I understand.
Yeah. What are your work hours?
I work from home. I work anywhere from 9 in the morning to 9 at night, depending on.
If there's any more issues, call us right away. Okay.
Okay. I will.
So you need to probably put this is the card number referencing this case.
Okay. And this is a bad blood for that.
Yeah, we try to tell them just to stay over there. You stay over here. Y'all keep to yourselves. And I know. No.
Okay, here's a thought. Why don't you do something within your control, lady? Why don't you put up something on your sliding glass door right there that's facing out that blocks some of the noise? Why don't you try to take something on your shoulders to diffuse all of this? She's just like calling the cops. Just like the cops always have to deal with this stupid stuff.
Listen, I know it's more. I have to say it to both parties.
No, I understand.
So, alrighty.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you're just finally gonna place it back out?
I'm gonna put it well on that side.
Okay. Go for it. You need anything else? You need anything else?
No, we're just gonna go on a walk real quick.
Oh my God,
I'm sorry. He's a baby.
I want to touch That's what I love her baby though. What's his name? What's the baby's name? Cash Money.
They said Spanish teacher's horrible.
All right, we are here for Susan Lawrence, 23 CF 2236. It's my understanding, I'm not sure who's Mr. Buxton, the sheriff? Okay. It's my understanding the state had previously indicated they wanted to file a motion for pretrial detention, but that position may have changed.
It has, Your Honor. After reviewing the applicable statutes, rules, and case law, the state does not have a legal basis to file such a motion.
Okay. So in that case, we will legally required to set a bond for this defense because it's a bond of the offense.
Yes, sir. May I please
Sizemore,
report?
you represent Ms. Lawrence?
Yes, may I please report?
Sure.
Sizemore on behalf of the defense. The defense set a motion to set bond for Ms. Lorenz. I'd like to take some testimony from her.
Yes,
Is it okay if we remain seated?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, please raise your right hand. Swear from the information you shall give us the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, I do.
All right, go ahead.
Can you please state your name and spell your last name for us?
Susan Lorenz, Lorinc, as in cat, Z as in zebra.
And how long have you lived in Marion County?
About 15 years.
Do you have any friends or family here?
Yes.
Who?
Sister and friends.
Do you have any assets?
Not really.
Okay. Do you own any homes?
No.
Do you own a vehicle?
I do, but it's got a loan on it.
Okay. How much do you owe on the vehicle?
$22,000.
Do you have any other assets at all?
Some furniture.
Okay. How much do you think that's worth?
$3,000.
Will you be able to find lodging here in Ocala if you were released?
Probably.
Do you have a passport?
No.
Do you promise to come to all of your future court dates?
Yes.
How much money do you think you can afford to post bond?
$1,700.
$1,700? Is that a yes?
Yes.
I don't have any other questions, Judge.
Question, any question I have to ask?
Briefly, Your Honor. Ma'am, you were born, I believe, in 1964,
Yes.
making you 58 years old now.
Yes.
You're not currently married, are you?
No.
Do you have any children?
No.
You mentioned, I believe, a relative, a sister.
Yes.
What city and state does she live in?
Ocala, Florida.
And how long has she lived here?
About 15 years.
Are your parents still living?
No.
You're not currently employed, correct?
That is correct.
Do you own any real property at all?
No.
Am I correct that you were renting the apartment that you were living in?
Objection, Judge. I would instruct her not to answer. I'm sorry?
On the question of renting?
Yes, sir. Whether or not she owned the property or was renting it.
So,
You can answer.
Okay.
You were renting that property,
Yes.
am I right? And are you aware that your landlord told detectives that he was evicting you from that property?
No, I was not aware.
You don't own any business, correct?
That is correct.
And you don't have any financial interest or in any business ventures here in Marion County, right?
No.
Oh, I didn't know she was getting evicted. Oh, it deepens.
Thank you, ma'am. No other questions.
Ms. Sizemore, any additional witnesses?
No, sir.
Mr. Bussman, anything you want to?
The state does not have any additional witnesses pursuant to the statute. The victims do have a right, I believe, to address the court. In this case, the victims are represented by Mr. Thomas. With the court's permission, he has requested to be the person who speaks on behalf of the victim's family to the court. They indicated that will be up to you.
If he wants to speak on the podium.
Thank you. For the record, my name is Anthony Thomas. I represent the family of Ajita Owens. Your Honor, the family has asked that I speak this morning to ask for a bond commensurate with the act. Certainly, the amount of bond for the charges are at a number on the schedule that the family does not feel is enough, quite frankly. That's all I have, Your Honor.
Now, the state, in this case, I believe the bond schedule for all the charges would be about $35,000. The $30,000 is obviously the driving force, which is the manslaughter. That bond schedule does not account for the use of a firearm. In this case, that use of a firearm enhances the crime up to a first-degree felony, punishable up to 30 years in prison. Obviously, here in Florida, we treat cases involving firearms very differently and more harshly. The defendant is facing a charge which potentially could result in her spending most of, or if not the rest of her life in prison. She does not have a job. She does not have any real property. She doesn't have a spouse or children who, except for a sister who would be considered a tie to this community. She's lived here a long time, but she doesn't have any type of financial interest, no business ventures, nothing like that. Based on all of that information, the state's requesting a $200,000 bond. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Judge, given Ms. Lauren's testimony and the amount of money that she can afford to post, the defense is asking for the court to set a bond as to count 1, $15,000, as to counts 2, $500, counts 3 and 4, $250, and counts 5, a $500 bond. She's testified that she has no passport, she has ties to the community, she's lived here for over 15 years, she has no criminal record. I think if the court were to set a bond in the amount the state is requesting, that would essentially be tantamount to no bond for her. So we're asking the court for those amounts.
There's been no information filed, correct?
No, sir.
All I have is the arrest report, and I have it down as count 1 is it's listed here as homicide, but I guess manslaughter. So manslaughter was a firearm.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's first degree felony, culpable negligence. It's count 2. I'm just writing these things down so I know what I'm doing. And that is misdemeanor.
Yes, sir.
Another assault, is that 3?
Yes, sir.
Another assault, that's 4. Battery. Those are all misdemeanors. Is that?
Yes, sir.
So there's 5 offenses listed?
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
Whatever bond this court decides to impose, the state would ask for additional conditions, including no contact with the victim's children, their minors. I'm not going to announce their names at this point. The defendant have no possession of any weapons or firearms, that she not return. Not return to the victim's residence or anywhere near the victim's residence. I understand that she lives across the street currently, until she is no longer allowed to live there. And I also asked for an ankle monitor.
Doesn't sound like she has a whole lot of anything.
What I'm going to do is honestly the same thing I do every case for the last almost 17 years now. For the most part, the bond schedule is for first appearances when no one has a lot of extra information. You're just trying to take an arrest, file a cause affidavit. You don't have any full bond hearing. So I'm not going to set my bond in accordance with the bond schedule because I usually view that as something only for first appearances. What I weigh in every case is, what the past record is. And here she doesn't have any past record, and that weighs in her favor. But I also have to weigh flight risk and protection of the community. And those don't weigh in her favor because it's a first degree felony, which means it's punishable by 30 years in prison, which means she has an incentive to not return to court. Also, we have a situation where the person's been killed. I don't think there's any doubt that she was the person who fired the gun. The circumstances of that, I guess, are less in doubt. But this is not a whodunit as to who was pulling the trigger. It's simply a matter of circumstances surrounding pulling the trigger. So I'm not dealing with a case where really a lot of unknown facts. The offense is very serious. So all those weigh against her. What I'm going to do on count 1 is I'm going to set the bond at $150,000. Counts 2, 3, 4, and 5. Those are the 4 misdemeanors. And set the bonds on each of those at $1,000, which is typically what I do for misdemeanors. If she does bond out, I'm going to order that contact with the victims, the family in any way, that if she does return to her home, it sounds like maybe she's been evicted or that's the process of eviction, so it takes a period of time. She certainly has to into the home. If she does go back there, I'm going to work that if she goes back there just to retrieve her belongings, then she needs to do that in the presence of another person. As well. I believe that's for finding her place in the ambulance. But she had no contact with the victim. If she goes to her house to retrieve her belongings, she has to do that with another person. She does have the ability to live there as long as she's not been evicted, but if she can get evicted, then she can't go back there at all, okay? But my guess is probably better off to live there and just have a third person come help you get your stuff, okay? You cannot possess any firearms or weapons. You have no contact with the family of the victim. If you have a passport, you need to surrender it. You will need to be monitored by an ankle monitor to make sure that you do not leave the state of Florida. Okay? Is the state requesting anything else?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Anybody have anything else they want to add?
Not from the state, Your Honor.
No, sir.
Have a very nice day, everybody. Thank you, everyone, for your demeanor. I appreciate it. Have a very nice day.
Well, that's it, guys. What do you think? What are your thoughts? I have a feeling that a lot of you guys are going to be leaning towards the side that I'm leaning towards. Because at the end of the day, this woman stirred up things. For all we know, she made these kids so mad. These kids probably targeted her area. Not that they shouldn't have been able to play out behind her house. That was a full area. The kids are out playing football. They're not doing anything wrong. They're young children playing. But, if you poke the bear. So knowing how kids are, they're like, yeah, we'll just scream just to annoy her and then we'll run. I know we would have done that if we were kids. Never in a million years would you think that someone would lose their life over something like this. But this is the world we live in today. This is where we're at. It's the new normal. And it's not okay. Anyway, I will see you guys soon. We'll talk more on this as we get more information. You guys stay safe, be good, and I'll talk to you later.